Yo, it's good. So Nicki dropped off the mixtape from '09, man. Shit is crazy. Couple new joints, couple old joints. Let's get into it.
You would know if you're a fan of mine that all you got to do if you want to know my drug of choice or my drugs of choice, just listen to my music channel because it's all right there. And I wouldn't be embarrassed about any fucking drug I did. That's why I talk about the motherfucking drugs I do in my motherfucking music. Always have, always fucking will.
So yeah, as you see, man, she had a lot to say on the live. The live was pretty dope. I think I screen recorded it. The live you just saw, I think she dropped that earlier today or some shit. But yeah, that shit was crazy. I didn't know what she was gonna drop. I think we was all waiting to see what it was. And, Drake got on the live. I ain't got to get into all that. If you follow her, you seen the shit, you already know what's up. But I didn't know she had writer's block. That was the crazy part. So Drake sent her the Seeing Green joint, and that kind of got her, out of that slump she was in. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I didn't even listen to the song. I didn't even know Drake couldn't leave, Canada, whatever the case may be. And it was just great to hear her rapping the way she rapping and letting motherfuckers know, like, she always been here. She been nice. She gonna stay nice. And the shot she took at motherfuckers was hilarious. If you put it together, of course, she took a shot at Megan. She took a shot at Cardi B. That's obvious. You know what I mean? Bitches is still her sons. And that's dope, you know what I mean? And it was dope to see that she put the record Chirac on there with G Herbo. That was an all-time favorite of mine, you know what I mean? And so Nicki basically been getting a lot of praise and everything like that. And it's like, damn, like I always said, she put out a tape that's from '09 that's still killing most of these bitches shit that, like, all these female rappers wasn't even around back then. That's the crazy part. And then you got the new, I guess, barbs, you want to call them, where they listening to it and like, oh, I hope she's not dissing Cardi on like the old track. I think it's the itty bitty joint. You just see motherfuckers that's new to Nicki thinking that her old work, was talking about Cardi B when Cardi B wasn't even a thing. That shit just crazy. I really ain't got too much to say about it, but that Seeing Green joint fire. And it was dope because it was like Wayne started to join off, and I don't really think Wayne ever started to join off. You know what I mean? And Nicki spazzed on that shit. That was crazy. And Drake did what he did, and from what academics is saying, Drake went light on some Tay Rock shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? That was light compared to what you got on the album? All right. You know what I mean? I ain't got to break the bars down and, everything like that. Y'all heard it. Y'all listened to it. You know what I mean? Y'all watched the reactions, which the reactions that I'm seeing is the best part because a lot of these motherfuckers know that Nick been running shit. She took a hiatus and bitches still was talking shit, dissing and everything. She came back and washed all them bitches away. You know what I'm saying? Just with a fucking verse, real quick. You know what I mean? Putting shit in perspective. You know what I mean? The fractions joint was crazy. The bar she used on that shit was insane. You know what I mean? Far as the rest of the tape, I've heard that tape already. My favorite tape from Nicki is the Sucker Free joint. That's when she went the fuck off. Like that whole tape, she went off. I do like the joint I Get Crazy. I remember when that first came out. That Wayne was a fool in that joint. You know what I mean? Best I Ever Had remix. It was just dope. You know what I mean? Nicki was definitely back in the day fire. It was just something different. You know what I mean? And even if you listen to what you know Drake was saying in the live, it's just like, yeah, motherfuckers got to know, like, you know what I mean? Nicki is that bitch. She always been that bitch. Like, she dope as fuck. You know what I mean? You ain't heard them say YMCMB in a long ass time. I still got my hoodie. You know what I mean? I'm never getting rid of that motherfucker. But it was just good to see those three back in action. You know what I mean? It's like, god damn, why the fuck they just don't drop the album? See, that's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like their little album or EP, whatever they was gonna do. But I guess not. Drake still ain't dropped his album. What the fuck is going on with that nigga? Wayne supposed to drop I'm Not a Human Being 3 this year and possibly some other mixtapes. And it's like, these niggas better start rolling this shit out because it's damn near June in this motherfucker and still none of the, big three have dropped anything. You know what I mean? So it was good to see that. And then people like, what is this shit where people think Wayne is back? It's like, no, you niggas just stop listening to the nigga. Wayne been snapping for years. You know what I mean? Even with some of his lackluster music, nigga was still snapping. So I'm confused when I watch these reactions and people be like, oh shit, Wayne finally back. He's snapping again. This is Carter 2 Wayne. This is Carter 1 Wayne. It's the drought Wayne. It's like, boy, Wayne been snapping forever. What, you ain't listened to the Carter 5, Funeral, you know what I'm saying? No ceilings. You know what I mean? So it's like when people say that the drought, you know what I mean? Not the drought. What's that shit he did with Cannon? I mean not Cannon, but fucking excuse me, y'all. DJ Drama, the dedication joint that he did, you know what I mean? Both disc and all that. Nigga was snapping. So it's like crazy that people think that Wayne is back. He never left. You niggas just stopped listening to him. I think I got tired of watching reactions here and that stupid shit. Far as who had the better verse on that record, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Wayne on that. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like Wayne spazzed because at first when he started his verse, I was just like, oh, this nigga gonna do that little auto tune shit, and then he took the mask off and starts going stupid. It's like, yo, crazy. Nicki Drake did what he did though, but it's like, you know what I mean? It I feel like Drake should have just went first. But overall, Nick doing her thing. I'm glad to see her back. You know what I mean? And the mixtape, it was fired in. It's still fired now. She added the other couple joints. There's a joint with somebody on there. I don't know who that is. That's like one song that I probably like. I listened to it, but then I kind of skip it. Just basically the first two tracks and then the Herbo track. You know what I mean? I fuck with that, and then everything else that was on the tape that I listened to back then. Like I got all her mixtapes and shit on CD somewhere, but it's all good. But yeah, man, she back. She doing her thing. You know what I mean? A couple of people had to sneak this. Uzi girl kind of sneak this, and that's crazy because it's like, yo, Uzi should be. I mean, it's female business, but it's just like, bro, you letting your girl sneak this her? That's crazy, my nigga. You know what I mean? And then Azalea Banks, ugly ass, always on live talking some bullshit. Now I ain't go front. When I did watch the live with Nicki doing that little thing with her nose, I mean, sure, allergies, cold, or whatever the case may be, cool. Give it a benefit of the doubt. But I still thought that was a little crazy. It's like, yo, I done been sick before. And yeah, you do get a stuffy nose and shit, but I don't really see no snot coming out her nose. It ain't running or no shit like that. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? She cleared the shit up as you see in the video, but I just thought that was a little wild. It looked like she got a nose job though, to me, because that's what I was thinking. I was just like, why does this look familiar to me? You know what I mean? So I guess, I don't know. She know what she doing. You know what I mean? It just looked like she got a nose job to me. But yeah, man, she's still doing. She doing. She a mom. She married. You know what I mean? And people still got bad shit to say about that. But I'm just here for the music, and that's all I care about. So I just can't wait to her drop that new album. I feel like a tape. I did say she should do a tape, and I used to always say that. I don't know why her and Drake stepped away from the mixtape game. Drake dropped the tape, and you can call it that album, tape, whatever. But I definitely feel like she could, if she wanted to, put out a tape. But we see now with the writer's block, we see why that didn't happen. But she definitely need to go ahead and just put out a tape, because she could put out a little tape with 7 songs on it that would go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty, unique, to like, all right, you know what I mean? We seen this before where no ceilings, Wayne did the tape or whatever, put it on the streaming service, but it wasn't the same. So it is what it is. I didn't go check to see what songs didn't actually make the tape because of clearances and shit like that, but still, that's gonna be crazy that she gonna go ahead and I'm quite sure that shit'll probably get to number one. I think the one of the songs is already number one, but if she get a number one off a tape, it's crazy. Just like when Drake did the Care Package, that shit went number one with its all old songs, and then Wayne with the No Ceiling shit. I don't know if that really charted that high, but still, man, Nicki back, it's cool, it's good. She definitely dropped some good music. Cole album is crazy, and that's another video for another day. I'm still listening to that shit. That shit is insane. The features on that shit was phenomenal. Jesus, 21 and that nigga can drop a tape together, and I would be here for it. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about Nicki, man, because a lot of y'all wasn't really listening to her back in the day. Y'all just started becoming a fan when that super bass and all that bullshit came out. You know what I mean? So how did y'all feel listening to old Nicki? Comparing that shit to now, a lot of these bitches can't rap, and she proving that shit. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's true. These hoes can't rap for shit. You know what I mean? Especially that beat that they had. Ain't no bitch fucking with that. What bitch can get on that CN Green song and really spit some bars like that? Nobody. Not fucking with that. And didn't Cardi B song on Khaled album flop, some shit like that? But then I seen her do a video talking about some shit where it did something, but I don't know. Who cares? I'm out of here. I'm talking too much. I'm gonna go back and listen to this motherfucking album. I'ma holler at y'all, man. One.